Hey ladies, I did say I was going to get back with you guys on my amniocentesis test. That was horrible. So here I am. Um, First I want to tell you how I got to the amniocentesis test. I did take a test at around 10 or 11 weeks. It was called an NIPT, non-invasive prenatal testing test. It called the Panorama, and the company that did it was Natera, I do believe. This also goes by different names like the Harmony test and a couple of other names. First of all, I just want to advise you, if you don't care if your baby's sick either way, um, like you're gonna keep it, doesn't matter what's going on. I wouldn't even recommend you get the test. And I'm not saying even if you are gonna keep it, but some people want to know what they're dealing with because they want to do research and be prepared. Um, then I guess you can get it, but you can do that after the baby's born. I mean, they can give you information, but um, I just wouldn't recommend it if it doesn't matter to you. Probably older embryo carriers such as myself, because I am 41 now. My eggs were retrieved at 40. You might want to get it if you didn't do genetic testing on your embryos, which me and my husband did not do genetic testing on our embryos. You might want to get it, but it just causes havoc, unnecessary havoc to your pregnancy, because I did take the test and I got positive results saying that something might be possibly wrong with my child, and it just stole the happiness, the joy, everything out of my pregnancy. I just been stressed and depressed and just worried since I heard that news, and it took so long to get more tests. So after that, because that test is a screening test, it's not diagnostic. They're not diagnosing your child with anything. It's just a I cannot say the word right now, but it's just a pre-screening test. So I was supposed to get a test called CVS, and it's like that stands for like chromosomal something testing. I don't know. That's crazy. I don't even know why I try to say it, but you can look it up. It's called CVS. Um, but my doctor's office and the specialist that my doctor referred me to's office got dates or something mixed up. But I had an appointment that I couldn't even get for like 2 weeks after or 3 weeks after I received the original news. So I had to wait, be stressed all that time to get there for them to give me a regular ultrasound, which I just didn't understand that. My paperwork got messed up. They were supposed to give me the CVS. They said they didn't get it. Then they say I couldn't get it anyway because I was past the weeks that they can give it to you in, which I think is like 14 or 15 weeks or 14 maybe weeks or so. I think it is. It was too late. So um, I just left there upset and mad because I've been waiting to find out what's going on with my baby. So anyway, I had to schedule another appointment, which is another about 2 weeks later, which was the amniocentesis. So, okay. Basically, this man was sticking me in my stomach. It was a doctor. He actually had a student that he let poke me once, and she just went into my stomach, not all the way into the amniotic sac, which was great, but she wasn't hitting the right pocket area. They found a pocket of fluid that they needed to withdraw from. She wasn't going the right way. She couldn't get it, so she pulled out. He got the needle. The doctor, I don't know, he's probably like 90. He probably should have retired. I don't know. He was horrible. He kept poking my stomach to see where the needle would lead him, which that's crazy. By the way, there's no numbing or anything in this. So he's poking my stomach with this needle to see when he pushes my belly, would it lead to that pocket with a needle? Painful. So finally, he found where he needs to go, and he actually goes ahead and gets through into the fluid and pulls the fluid from my baby. And you know, the amniotic fluid is the baby's basically urine. It's all its DNA. So any testing on that would be very accurate. So I went through that horrible, horrible test. So I should be getting my results soon. Um, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. So um, I I don't know. I'm just trying to stay prayed up, and you know, I've asked God to cover my child and protect him from the devil. And I say him because I want a boy. We actually don't even know the sex. That's another thing that early testing can do at the 10-week testing. It can tell you the sex of your child. I did have them put the sex of the child in an envelope because we were going to do a gender reveal later. So, but I really haven't thought about any of that. I haven't bought maternity clothes. I haven't even bought, like, at this point, I would have like little basic t-shirts, you know, white, yellow, or green or something, just little stuff. But it's like I didn't know what the future held. I didn't know if I just didn't know. You do go to genetic counseling before your amniocentesis. I talked with a genetic counselor. She basically told me the same thing my doctor told me, that these tests are foolproof, like 100%. It is what it is. Your baby's going to be sick. You'll find out exactly what it is. So I was actually hoping to get a little bit better news, considering that we did put 2 embryos in, and I did see somewhere that it's not good to get those tests with IVF. Because I guess if you have twins, they can't separate DNA. And if you have IVF and just say one does not make it, like ours, you know, one didn't, that DNA could stick to the placenta, which is what that original test just tests the placental DNA, which is different from the actual baby's DNA. So, I mean, I guess that's what I'm banking on. That was maybe the egg that didn't make it stuck to this baby. I don't know. I'm just praying that everything turns out okay. I have read that there are a lot of false positives. Um, so I'm hoping that that's what this is. So I'm just trying to stay prayed up. I got my husband who is wonderful. You know, he's a praying man. He's a God fearing man. I mean, he loves God first, and he loves me, and I have no problem with that. And he has really helped to um, make me feel better, make me, you know, be more positive, because he says I'm a glass half empty person. But I just say I'm a realist. I just felt like I'm listening to these doctors, and this is what they're telling me, you know. And he's like, no, we're not going to listen to doctors, because God has a final say. And he's right. You know, God has a final say. So, you know, the last 3 weeks, I've been better, more positive, praying still every day, for my baby. But, but that was the amniocentesis process. Again, if it doesn't matter either way, don't even put yourself through it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I have been watching some of you guys' videos, and I'm so excited for you. Actually, watching some of your videos made me feel better to see you guys doing good, getting your big baby bumps, and you know, things going good for you. Saw some gender reveals. Awesome. Um, I just like to see people doing good and feeling good. So it actually helped me feel better, and I'm just smiling and so happy for you guys. You know, I need that kind of stuff. You know, I have 4 people in my, well, 3 other people including me, which makes 4 people pregnant in my family. So, you know, my emotions have been all over the place. I see my cousins, they had their baby. 2 of them have had their babies, and they're just so healthy and beautiful. And it's just like, Oh, it just made me think about my baby. Like, oh, am I going to get to see my baby? Am I going to get to hold my baby? So I'm happy for them, but then I'm crying because I'm sad. So I just kind of been all over the place. Right now, I did have a vision probably about 2, 3 weeks ago, to where I wasn't even thinking about the future, seeing the future. I wasn't buying anything, no maternity clothes, though I need them. Just trying to deal with whatever I had, and but I did have a vision. I saw me in a hospital bed holding um my baby with my husband standing on the side of us. So um that was pretty, it was just good to see, good to feel, good to just imagine. I don't know, because I hadn't had anything like that. So I was like, I told my husband, I said, is this a sign for God that, from God, that everything is going to be okay? Um, and he's like, yeah, maybe it is. So we'll see, we'll see. I'm just trying to be more positive now. So that's all I can do. I can't keep stressing myself out because the baby feels it. So I'm just going off of my past ultrasounds, and just recently with the amniocentesis, I had an ultrasound. They showed us the baby is moving around, is jumping. It looked good to me. I don't know. I'm not an expert though, but it looked very healthy. The ultrasound before that looked healthy. The one before that, the baby's moving all around. And so I'm just trying to think of those things, those positive things that excited me and made me feel good. Um, and that's how I'm kind of coping. So, sorry I was gone so long again. I just had to just deal with it and come to grips with everything and just get out of my little depression. I said I was gonna record my journey, and that was part of my journey. I can't leave that out. It's a big part. So I did want to share it with you guys. So um, again, praying for you guys out there to make sure your journeys continue to be great and positive and successful. I know a couple of you are starting all over again, 2018, and I'm praying that this is your year. I'm praying for you guys. So, yes, continue to follow, like, and subscribe, guys. I am back on track. I am going to be recording everything. The next video will be my test results. So, I don't know. I will see you guys then. Like and subscribe. Oh, and I hope you guys have a great start to your new year, 2018. Hope it's a great start, great year for you guys. All right. Take care.